Good morning, boys and girls. It's Wednesday, March 24th, and today we're going to be Chapter 5, Lesson 2, Working with Tens. Now, we're going to continue talking about how can I use place value. Now, let's get started here, boys and girls, talking about what it's going to be when I say place value. Now, one thing I always start my kids off with, I always start with talking about tens and ones. And I do this little T chart that I showed the other day, working on a number like this. So let's say I have the number 42. Looks pretty standard on this side right here. But when I talk about place value, we have our tens, which are right here, and we have our ones, which are right here. Now I'm going to put that over on this side, so I have 4 tens and 2 ones. Now this is pretty much the same exact thing as showing you the number 42, but it's breaking it up to show you how many tens are in 42 and how many ones are in 42. So we're going to continue talking about this throughout the lesson. We're going to do a quick check. I want you guys to circle the group of tens and write how many more, then write the number. So when we take a look at these, boys and girls, we know that these are called 10 frames. So that, obviously, if this is filled up, I've got 10 right there. So I'm going to circle it. So I have 1 10. And how many more do I have? I have 1 and 2. So that means I have 10 and 2 more, or the answer is 12. One more quick check here, boys and girls. Which number is made up with one group of 10 and 8 more? Now, today I'm actually going to show you guys how to draw your 10 blocks as well. Now, here's a couple strategies that I want you to do. When you draw your 10 block, you don't have to draw each individual block like this, because that would just take too long, and some of your blocks might look a little funky, kind of like how mine did right here. So we're not going to do it like that. In order to draw a 10 block and a 1 block, I actually just do this. I just draw the rectangle, because that kind of shows me that it looks like a 10 block without having to draw all the little lines in it and make it equal actually 10. Alright, so that's going to be my 10, and I need 8 more. So let's draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So got all my ones right there. So I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So it's my number right there. Alright, now let's take a look at this problem. It says Lana buys 9 packs of postcards. There are 10 postcards in each pack. How many postcards did Lana buy in all? Now, let's do this again. We're going to talk about how I'm going to draw my 10 blocks here. So I need to draw 9 of them. And remember, one of these guys is going to equal 10. Because I don't want to have to draw out every single 10 block and having to draw all the little pieces all the way through. So that is just going to equal 10. So let's count them out. So we have 9 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Awesome. Okay, now, instead of counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to count by 10s going all the way up. So let's start by starting on the end here. So we're going to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. So in all, Lana actually had 90 postcards. Now, you can group 10 ones to make a 10, because when we start working on this, boys and girls, we want to really trade in these guys to make them look like this, because this drawn is a lot easier than drawing out 10 pieces over and over again. It also keeps our information nice and neat, because drawing it like this is going to keep everything in the same place. So for example, on this side right over here, we're actually going to be talking about how many we have right there. Now instead of counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we don't want to do that, because we know that we have a nice easy 10 right here that we can count. So we're going to go 10, 20, and 30. So 3 10s actually equals 30. Let's figure this one out together. Remember, we don't want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That would take way too long. So let's count by 10s here, boys and girls. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40. So 4 tens is going to equal 40. And if you notice, if I were to put this into my tens and ones, little T-chart thing that I make here, you'll notice that I have 4 tens, 0 ones, and that right there, boys and girls, shows me that we have the number 40. Last one before I get you guys going here today. So we have how many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that means if I count by 10, I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Perfect. All right, so boys and girls, today for your math, you're going to be working on pages 347 to 350. Optional pages of 351 and 352. So, boys and girls, good luck and always have fun.